of the California Capitol building lit up dramatically here at our broadcast location in Sacramento. It's Friday night, and live on 2K Sports, we're going to bring you the NBA and all its excitement. And tonight, we've got the New York Knicks up against the Sacramento Kings here in Golden One Center. This is Kevin Harlan with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, giving us the rundown from the sideline courtside, David Aldridge. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. You look at Sacramento, they're in second, looking to take over the first.
Yeah, you know, for the Kings, they've been a revelation here in the early going. Some people, including myself, had doubts about their plan coming into the season, but no question, it's working.
You know what, Greg? It just looks to me like they're having fun out there, and sometimes that's contagious. It drives success. This is beautiful.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. Barrett and Randall are in the forward positions. Payton is out there with Trier, and it's Robinson in at the center, filling out the middle. And for the Kings, Barnes and Bagley, the duo with the forward. Get out there with Fox, and it's Dedmon in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Pass to the kid. Couple teams now, Doris, slumping here in the middle of the season. How can they avoid lengthy cold streaks, the absence of wind?
Yeah, I think this is where veteran leadership can become such an integral part of the success over the course of a long season. This is the point when you start to lose games, you can sort of break apart and splinter, and that is where that veteran leadership in the locker room, just to keep everybody unified, can be so critical.
Shot clock at 5. New York needs to get off a shot. And that one, good.
And you like the toughness there. Barrett being more comfortable having to deal with an aggressive defense.
Fox against Payton. Here's Barnes. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The Kings shooting their first free throws of this game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
The free throw drops for Dedmon.
Well, you knew the Knicks were going to try and make a huge splash over the summer in free agency.
But you know this, Greg. Sometimes you swing hard at the pitch and you miss. And that's one of the problems of putting all your eggs in the free agency basket.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And among NBA bigs, he is known for his ability to deliver at the free throw line.
Now Payton. 9 points last game out. And Randall throws it down.
Well, what you want to see from Elfrid Payton are floor general skills on full display. Finds the open teammate. Nice.
Here's the kid. Right side Bagley. Back to Barnes. Fires from deep. They get it back. Goes back up. And it's laid in by Bagley.
And the dogged attitude of Bagley. When shots go up, he wants to be the first to pounce on misses.
In the corner, Barrett with it. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Payton's got 3 assists now in this one.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
It's all about mindset out of the gate. If you're aggressive and they give you room, go ahead, let it fly.
Now, here's Fox. 14 points from him the last game against Oklahoma City.
And his passing was simply amazing. A lot of fun to watch.
That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Talk about hitting the ground running. 4 for 5 to start.
Barnes outside. Bagley against Randall. Robinson with the block. Here's Barrett. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And Greg, talking to scouts about R.J. Barrett, they love the athleticism. But what makes him especially good is the work ethic and the confidence.
Yeah, some elite prospects will...
There's 21 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. 15 seconds left to play in the first. Bounce pass, Smith. Portis, the pass to Ellington. Nice shot from the wing. Ellington's got 8. Joseph looking around. Bangs home the trifecta.
Yeah, it's evident that Corey Joseph likes to rise and fire off the dribble.
And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Bobby Portis, who's known for his work ethic, said he learned a lot from his mother.
She gets up at 3, 4 in the morning and gets off at 1, 2 in the evening. You know, she works hard for her 4 boys, you know.
And she was a basketball player in her own right. Greg, a scholarship at Jackson State University.
Yeah, and gave up basketball when she had Bobby, but she encouraged him to pursue his dream, and she said now she's living her dream through him.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Knicks?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Setting the floor for the Knicks. Morris is out there with Knox. Then there's Bobby Portis. Then there's Wayne Ellington. And it's Smith in at the point. A 3 off the inbound. Morris with the rebound. New York leading by 5.
And now, in his second year of coaching the Knicks, David Fizdale putting more of a stamp on this team, changing the mindset of the franchise.
Well, the New York Knicks hired David Fizdale to steer the ship with a group of young players. And I want you to think back to where he earned his stripes. That was with the LeBron James and Dwayne Wade championship Miami teams. So he knows culture and he knows winning.
Smith left side. 3-pointer. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Smith. And it's an 8-point Knicks lead.
Well, this is why Mr. Morris is out there. The ability to drain the shot from long distance and spread the floor.
Here's the kid. Sacramento again missing.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Here's Smith. And that one is good. Smith's got the lead up to 10 now for the Knicks.
Boy, you have to absorb the bump on the jump shot, and Dennis Smith Jr. still able to deliver. That is not easy, folks.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. And the former Razorback, Bobby Portis, took a few years to find his spot in the NBA. But now he does produce.
And great big man to bring in off the bench. Good size and quickness combination, and will always give you scoring with that second unit.
Passes it to Swanigan. Here's the kid. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Pass to Morris. Outside Portis. Kicks it to Smith. Jacks up a 3. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Morris against Ariza. 6 on the shot clock. Here's the kid. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. The kid's got 7 points in the game. And so New York calls timeout. They're first. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
But how about the job they got from their bench? That productivity was a major part of the outcome.
The Kings will go for a different look here. There's 25 seconds left in the second quarter. Now, here's Barrett. He picked up 12 points in their last win against the Warriors in San Francisco.
It was never all about himself. He came away with a lot of assists in that game and just kind of kept everybody in the mix.
Clock at 4. From deep. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. It could go. No good that time. And so it's New York going into the break with a 10-point lead. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Elfrid Payton. EP, you saw the floor and found the open man in the first half. What's enabled you to create all those opportunities?
Just trying to get into the paint. Defense collapsing, and the guys are doing the hard job of making the shots. So.
Well, it's a team effort, Elfrid. Thanks a lot for your time, man. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. It was all R.J. Barrett in the first quarter. He had 10 points and 4 rebounds. Hey, big fella, what's your take on New York so far?
Well, the offense is running on all cylinders. Guys are focused, executing, not playing outside of the...
And that'll about...
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Nice game. Great performance by R.J. Barrett.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
Who are some of the up-and-coming shooting guards in the league that you have noticed have got a very high ceiling?
Well, I'm going to mention two guys who I think could be considered combo guards who can play one or two, and who I think their organizations are still trying to figure out their best position. But two of the most dominant young guards in the league who are going to be a problem for over a decade, Devin Booker and Donovan Mitchell. Both guys can create their own shot. Both can get off the dribble drive. Both could light you up for over 50 a night. Devin and Donovan, two names to keep an eye on.
Bagley and Dedmon playing together in the front court. De'Aaron Fox out there with the kid. And it's Barnes in at the small forward position. That's the 5 out there for the Kings.
They are just killing them on the interior.
The Knicks leading by 6. Payton dishes to Barrett. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
New York's gotten 2/3 of their three-pointers to fall tonight. They're 6 of 9 overall. Here's the floater.
And a skilled shot blocker to boot. Love how Bagley uses that height and reach to stifle shooter.
The kid with the second effort. He can't get it to go. The Knicks go the other way with it. They're off to Denver after this game as they apply their skills at the Pepsi Center. That's game 4 of 4 out on the road for them. Sacramento grabs the miss. Dedmon's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Boy, yet another missed opportunity here. Whatever they talked about at halftime, it's not working.
And the pass to Trier. Lets it go from deep. And the Knicks miss again.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
Dedmon kicks to Barnes. Takes the 3. Nailed from three-point land. Barnes has got 5.
Well, and it took a terrific effort at both ends to sustain this run.
And, Greg, they found their composure on both ends of the floor, and that is what triggered this run.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
And momentum going the other way. Can they find some answers?
I think here you have just got to get back to what you do best and then live with the results.
Giles checked in for Sacramento. Ariza comes in for Harrison Barnes. So New York going with almost an entire new group here. Bobby Portis has checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Kevin Knox comes in for Barrett. Wayne Ellington's checked in for Alonzo Trier. And it's Dennis Smith in for Elfrid Payton. A chance now to check out the Knicks' upcoming schedule. On Sunday, they'll be taking on Paul Millsap and the Denver Nuggets. Then on Tuesday, the Atlanta Hawks coming to town. That will tip off a homestand for them.
And for the matchup with the Heat, this is a game that they are expected to win, but sometimes those are the kind of games where you get a little bit sloppy and start looking ahead. Either way, they'll need to put in tremendous effort to walk away with the victory.
Fox finds Ariza. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the 3rd quarter. The game now all time. 14 points for the kid.
Well, that's his second 3 of the game. 1 in the first half, 1 here. You know, you look at what a guy like Trevor Ariza can provide on the backside of his career. The numbers don't tell the story. This guy is a consummate professional.
And the Knicks miss again. And it's Ariza with the ball for Sacramento. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Hits the 3-point bomb.
You know, I've got to say, defensively, the effort simply hasn't been there this half. They've got to pick up their energy.
And Doris, you know with Ariza, at this point, it's really about the intangible.
Well, Kevin, you know that Ariza's going to bring it on the defensive end night in and night out. He's going to make his open shots, but the leadership, the energy, he is a former champion, and you love having that on your side. This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Portis, the pass to Smith. And the Knicks miss again. On offense, here are the Kings. What a stretch they've got going here. 17-2. Back to Giles. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Doris, you've covered so many great basketball players over your many years in this business. As a player, coach, now broadcaster, who has been your favorite athlete to watch or cover or report on?
All right, Kevin, you know I can't possibly name one, so I'm going to just throw several names out there. LeBron James has overcome so many challenges as a young person even before his NBA career. So his story is absolutely incredible and inspirational. How about Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers in the history of the NBA? Or Damian Lillard, who has proven so loyal to his fan base and organization and is one bad man when a game is on the line in the playoffs.
Fox passes to the kid. His 3-pointers off the mark. Knicks trailed by 5. Here's Knox. And the Knicks miss again.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
The kid passes to Ariza. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
Well, this guy was the 43rd pick in the 2004 NBA draft. And what a career for Trevor Ariza. An NBA championship with the Lakers 5 years after he's drafted.
He hits the second from the line. 1:21 left to play in the third. New York's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. New York calls timeout. You got to like what the kid has done in this game.
Boy, he's been relentless. And to this point, they haven't had an answer for him on the inside. Let's see if they make some adjustments coming out of the timeout.
Well, we've got a moment now to see this year's three-point contest and how it's shaping up. Let's take a look at some of the top candidates emerging as we see here some players who are likely to make the final cut.
Not too shabby of shooters on this list, Kevin. You gotta love the advancement and really the evolution of the three-point shot in today's game.
As you look at the kid, he's got a place in the three-point contest within his reach. I hope he makes it because I know how much this would mean to him to be a part of the event.
I mean, that's a good call, Kevin. He's the type of player that can really deliver on a stage like that. He'll be very dangerous if he ultimately gets in.
And we'll keep you posted as we find out more and as we get closer to the three-point contest once we have our final list of official contestants.
Yeah, it's going to be very competitive. That's the one thing we all know. We've got an incredible group of long-distance shooters in this league right now.
And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Bobby Portis. For Sacramento, they have shot 5 of 8 from the foul line. That free throw, no good. And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. Smith outside, pass to Barrett. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And for a lot of these kids, Greg, it's interesting how quickly teams expect them to get up to speed. Case in point, R.J. Barrett.
Yeah, I mean, he had only the 1 year of college, already being asked to produce. Fortunately, he's very mature for his age and generally plays up to the level of competition. And a breakthrough season for Marcus Morris in 2018 and 19. Career highs almost across the board.
Alonzo Trier's checked in for Kevin Knox. Passes it to Bielitsa. The pass to the kid. The tray on his 15th shot attempt. He makes his 9th basket. Shooting a healthy 60% tonight.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Pass to Trier. Beyond the arc. Offensive rebound.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Good on the bucket. Fox has got the lead up to 7 now for the Kings.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Bounce pass, Smith. Pass to Barrett. Lets it go with a 3. Off on that one. And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the 4th. Who will carry the day? It's Sacramento up 7. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the 4th quarter. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
And some changes here for the Kings. Wayne Dedman comes in for Rashawn Holmes. And it's the kid in for Bielitsa. Julius Randle's checked in for the Knicks. The kid passes to Dedman. Stolen by Robinson. And a fast break now for New York. And New York looking at who they've got. It's Randle and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Trier out there with Elfrid Payton. And it's Barrett at the small forward. Robinson with the block. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Here's Trier. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
And he makes the first. And so he makes both from the line. Sacramento leading by 7. Fox with it. Pass to the kid. Bagley kicks to Barnes. It's good from long range.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Outside Robinson. Here's Randall. Count it.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
And there's the pass to the kid. And here's Bagley. That's a 2 from Barnes. Randall grabs the board.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Well, there's no doubt there were better options on the floor, but it certainly seemed like he had his mind made up.
Trier, that's good.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
Barnes outside. From outside the arc, down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
After an ice-cold start to this game, he is pouring it on here in the second half.
Deep 2 from Trier. It's hauled in by the Kings.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Barnes can't get it to go. And so Payton will bring it up for the Knicks. 8-point game. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And Robinson throws it down hard.
We know Elfrid Payton can affect games with his defense. You want to see him make those kinds of passes right there. That's nice.
Stolen by Robinson. Here's Trier, guarded by Fox. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And the first of 2, no good, heartbreaking.
And what you like about Barrett is his all-around game, a versatile guard / forward who wants to keep improving.
Kings leading now by 6. Barnes outside, shoots the 3. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Barrett wide open, he fires. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
If you want to cut into a lead, you have got to trust your teammates and move the ball.
We've got 1:28 left in the 4th quarter. A 3 from Barnes gets that one to fall. That's his 6th field goal. He has shot the ball 12 times.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, the kid.
And guys, this really has been his night. He's done a lot of things well, but his scoring really put him over the top. You can see how determined he's been every time he's gotten his hands on the ball. Great drive and also great focus offensively.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance only cements his status as a fan favorite. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Coach Fizdale was going over with his team. He said to them, guys, coming up, this is where the game could be won or lost. We need to make plays on both ends. Stay focused, stay locked in, trust one another. See if they can keep that trust going, Kevin.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the team.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even.
A 2-game season series. They win them both and complete the sweep.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for the kid.
Efficient productivity. You love what this guy has given to you on the offensive end.
And he knocks down the first one. And the Kings will go for a different look here. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Dwayne Dedman. Caleb Swanigan comes in for Bagley. Leiden's checked in for Harrison Barnes. And James subbed in for De'Aaron Fox. And so he hits both. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Smith outside. It's tipped. Portis laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Well, you get exactly what you want right there. Clean look, right at the cup. Nicely done.
Kicks it to James. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Doubled by Smith. Just 5 on the clock. Sacramento needs to get off a shot. No good from Leiden.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have the confidence. You have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
So it's the Kings winning this one easily. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you.